Hello, welcome to Rome Total War, the end of the House of Scipii, Part 21. Sexy Battles, Jim here. Okay, the first bits and pieces of this are just going to be buying off enemy armies. This is a real large one here too. And this is what I've been up to for most of the game, is amassing money and putting together spies and assassins and mostly diplomats to try to intercept enemy troops that don't have generals, and even some that do, and buy them off like that. Okay, we're going to do here is the House of, I guess it's Brutai here, has a pretty good navy, so we're trying to pull them out. We want them to come out to fight, but they haven't really done that. They've been staying close to their bases. And here we have, it's too small of a scale really to post, so I'm just going to kind of, I fought the battle out, but it was long and drug out and boring, so I just kind of went right through it here, so you'll have to forgive me for that. But there was a pretty good battle at the end. Other than that, it's really just going to be about how I'm arranging things, how I'm running the empire, and amassing money to buy really first class units and troops. This is what the battlefield looked like originally, and it was kind of well, it was just a boring battle. I ended up setting up in the trees. The enemy charged in, I killed them all, and didn't suffer any casualties. And it took too long. So we'll just go on to the next one here and get back to the main map and what we've been up to. We'll go ahead and get rid of all these Roman cats because it'll just cause me nothing but trouble if I leave them there. And I wonder what that diplomat's up to. Is he trying to bribe me or something? And that Greek city's been giving me some trouble. I've had some. I'll get into that later. Okay, here's the end of turn report. You can see I'm doing pretty good on money here. Not too bad. And we're starting to recruit some heavyweight stuff and repair and replace and all that. And I don't have any really decent ground units. The only kind of ground units I have that have any value at all are barbarians I paid for. And there's what I've been building, and here's my faction announcements. And we have to build a counselor's chamber, I believe. And the plague is still going here. Terrible. Okay, I don't have any red towns. I'm making a lot of money. Looks pretty good so far. And there we are. Okay, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the financial report. Looks pretty good. Pretty good. And here's a Numidian army, I believe. I don't like them being around me. I do this with everybody I can catch. I'll simply get him off the battlefield, man. Go away. Okay. And I also did this a lot with my ally, Macedon. They don't need an army, and if they put one in the field, I buy it. Here's a big army. We're going to go ahead, since they don't have a general to really dispute this. We're going to piece them all off. And there they go, so I don't have to deal with them. Now, I know this is a kind of a particular way to play the game, but it suits me fine. Probably not to everybody's taste. Here's one of those big House of Brutai navies. I'm trying to get these guys to come out. You see, there's 3 of them over here, I do believe. And look at that. I only have one large navy over here. So I'm trying to stay out of their reach. I want them to come out to try to get me so I can catch them. But the computer, I don't think, has let me do that for the last couple of turns. Just mostly mop up. I've been mopping up small fleets. Okay, here's what things look like on the battlefield. You'll see there's very little, if no Roman troops, no flags out there on the field. We're going to take a look at the faction reports here just to get a handle on how we look compared to everybody else. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, you can see what we've been up to here. We're doing pretty good overall. We have a pretty good amount of money. And here's an enemy army. I really thought about letting these guys build up so we can have a big battle and all that, but aye. Why should I? I can get rid of them much easier this way. They might win. Okay, let's go over here. Can we reach him? There's a few guys there. Can we reach him? No, we can't. Drag. Okay, well, And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to reinforce this group out here with a bunch of these archers. Okay, and can we do something? Oh yeah, here we go. Go back to this little group. I've been bouncing around the battlefield here. It's, like I said, it's been mostly boring. Just troop disposition and buying enemy armies off whenever I see them. Friendly, neutral, and enemy, like I said earlier. Ah, there we are. Who's he? Let's take a look. Can he be bought, I wonder? Let's take a fast look. Nah, we can't bribe him. Too bad. See, that's what I mean about having generals and guys like that in enemy armies. If they have a general or a faction leader along, or a member, sometimes they won't be bribed. But here we go. And we're going to go ahead and get rid of that army now. So this is basically how I've been playing the game. I lay siege to cities, wait them out. Sometimes they just fall apart, sometimes they come out to fight. But every time I see an enemy army, and here we are, we found an enemy group here earlier, and now we've surrounded it. And now we're going to sock it with all these Navy guys here. And there we go. Chopped him off. So that's what I've been trying to do here is lure the larger groups out, and here we are. And what looks like a big battle. These guys have finally come out to get me. They've been stuck in that town for quite a while. You can see their troops are very depleted, but they still are at. They have some forces here. A lot of these heavy cavalry guys. And so we're going to go ahead and skip past a lot of the maneuvering and setup sequences. I'm going to go ahead and group a lot of my cavalry into a big mob over here on the left, and try to pepper those cats coming out of that castle over there, or town. Well, it's castle gates, I guess you'd call them. And we've got some heavy infantry, or some heavy cavalry units over here. One unit of barbarian and 2 or 3 units of cataphracts. And we're going to try to separate all this stuff to get the heavy cab in 2 or 3 different places to cover the battlefield, and put our horse archers in a centralized area so we can concentrate them on whatever units decide to attack us. Oh, no, don't want to move, stop that. Okay, we can see some guys starting to pop out of that gate over there on the left-hand side of the city. Those will undoubtedly be, what's that? How am I general? No, you don't. Back, you. Okay, we have enemy cavalry coming out on the left-hand side. That will be all their general units. Even though they are depleted, they'll still be formidable troops. So we don't want to underestimate them at all. On the other hand, the infantry coming out here, we're going to go ahead and get a close-up of all these lovely horse archers firing away. And since it's more fun to see the enemy getting hit than watching the archers fire, we're going to go down here with the enemy. These tough Romans. Okay. You can see from the unit description every time I put the cursor over them what they are. And here comes some guys charging. We'll concentrate on anybody that gets too close. Okay. And we're going to continue to concentrate this. Whoa, look at all them arrows fly by. Egad. Okay, there's some cavalry just showed up over here. Okay. What I should do is try to maneuver these heavy groups in closer. And it looks like I'm going to charge my light cavalry here. I also have some Persian archers in there that can fight on horseback with swords and armor. That's why I mix them all together so they can support these light guys. Pretty soon though, I'm going to take all the light cavalry and put them in auxiliary mode, so for mopping up. And I'm going to group just the cataphracts and the Persian archers together, horse archers. That should make an effective group. Well, look at those guys. This one cavalry unit is pretty powerful. It's continuing its charge right down the center. I believe that what will happen to those guys is they'll simply get burned out. Have one heavy unit chasing them, and everybody's firing away at them at the same time, so they're taking a lot of hits. Looks like they just ran out of steam. There's another guy there. Okay, looks like we're closing in on him. Okay, forgive me for not zooming in all the time on the battles. That gets a little bit, you lose track of the battlefield. And I am getting my troops starting to get a little bit scattered here, but we should be able to put everybody back together real quickly. And he broke finally, that's good. That was a tough unit. Give them credit, they fought very well. I mean, they're fighting for their lives. This is the last of them here. And we've got another cavalry unit bearing down on us, looks like. That's our general. And okay, looks like one of their main guys just got killed. Every time a general dies here, it'll be a house member. I had all the last of the House of Scipii members trapped in this city. And it looks like the Romans are kind of falling apart here. And they're all fleeing back toward their town and under heavy archer fire. Horse archer fire. We all know what the heck's going on here. It's pretty easy to see. We're going to concentrate on these guys over here, which shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, there's one guy left over there, so I don't believe he's really worth too much trouble. And I believe since this is probably going to grind around here for a while, I'll drive these last guys off, and once they retreat, I may skip past this waiting around for them until the last of the main generals come out. So we'll see what happens here. I don't want to bore you guys with a long, terrible, slow battle either. Okay, the after term report should be rather interesting. I'd like you guys to stick around for that. And I really would like to also thank all my Total War buddies out there, Rome Total War friends. I mentioned you guys in the last video, in the credits. And really appreciate your insight and watching your videos. It's quite a lot of fun. Okay, we're going to turn and face our heavy cavalry over toward these guys, but they're just getting splattered by arrow fire here. It's kind of terrible. Looks like that's the last general. He seems to be running off the battlefield. Okay, hey, look at that. Mount Vesuvius. Or is it Etna? One of the two. Okay, here comes the last of the Roman heavy cavalry. And we're not going to charge our heavy guys out here after that. We're just going to stop them and let the archers finish them off. Okay, we'll just end the battle. That will end everything. And we didn't suffer too badly, except for our own friendly fire, I believe. Which I can deal with that. Okay, looks pretty good. Alright. Okay, here's the end of the turn. This is what we're doing here. There's how much money we've made. We have quite a bit of bread. And there's the end of the House of Scipii. I'd like you guys to please comment and rate and tell me what you think of this. Again, I appreciate all your input and all watching your play. Heck, what can I say? You guys are wonderful, incredible players. Okay, I'm just going to do a little tiny bit of work here before the credits show up. A little bit of repairing, basically, and that's about it. Well, there we are. Have a good day and a good week, and thanks for watching, fellas.